If I die today, I'm dying in Versace. One and only, I don't ask them, do they copy? What's good? It's your boy Clutch Peso, and we're back again with another reaction video. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank all the haters for tuning in. And once again, we'll be reacting to Conspiracy Theory Tik Toks.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
Oh, you're gonna love this shit. Okay, so I was at work, right? One of my coworkers, I was telling him about the video on this app where I'm like, yeah, someone thinks that air is like, doesn't exist. Like breathing is optional. And he was like, that's nuts. I'm like, I know, right? And then he's like, yeah, but like the moon doesn't exist. I said, what the fuck did you just say, Travis? What? And he was like, no, the moon isn't real. I'm like, then what the fuck am I looking at every night? Like, what is it, a flashlight? He's like, no, scientists still don't know. I'm like, yes, they do. Yes, they do, Travis, because it's the fucking moon. And he was like, oh, but he's like, calm down, dude. He's like, but I will say this also, I think Earth is a cube. And I said, I don't want to fucking work with you anymore, Travis. I swear to God.
Travis
What?
Can I blow your mind right now? Okay. What if everything that we know about gravity is wrong? So, chew on this. In 1665, Isaac Newton discovers gravity. You can look this up. But how is it possible that until 1665, for all of human history, nobody observed gravity the same way? Well, the only explanation is that gravity behaved differently before 1665. Let that sink in. Right? And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. In 2023, a 250-pound ostrich cannot fly. But a million years ago, a 500-pound pterodactyl can. Right? Look at the Egyptians building the pyramids. Cranes hadn't been invented yet. But those bricks weighed 3,000 pounds. So the only logical explanation is that ancient Egyptian bricklayers were able to lift those bricks. Well, that's only possible if Earth's gravitational pull was weaker. And you can see how in the centuries following Isaac Newton's discovery, we tried to combat this.
So does that mean we're getting heavier? Like things are getting heavier over time, basically? Or, well, gravity's getting stronger, so yeah, we're being pulled to the earth. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I can't.
Gravity only got stronger, so we started building taller buildings. We invented airplanes. Chris and I were talking about this week because he was flying to go to see his birth mother, who he goes to visit once a year. And I'm saying, isn't this the biggest slap in the face to gravity? The fact that you're sitting in a solid metal object soaring across the ocean? I mean, 1969 was our biggest victory in the war on gravity, when we literally launched a rocket that weighs millions of pounds up into space. Right? And the only thing we don't know is who's doing this to us? Who's responsible for this? Who's doing gravity? Can I blow your mind?
If gravity's real.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely...
It's a conspiracy theory. Just kidding. There's one I particularly like lately, about the cave. There's a cave in South America, among others, but this one is there. A very specific cave. If you find the right people that have navigated this cave before, and only a few people on this planet can, because it's a 15-day foot trip. It's a long walk. 2 weeks. And only with people that know how to navigate it. We know 8% of our oceans. 8. So I can believe that this is true. When you arrive at the other end, there is a city. An entire city completely underground, sealed off by all this cave. And in the city is populated with a civilization that has been on this earth longer than we have, and has survived through the Egyptians, through the giants, through all of those, because it was underground. They don't talk to us much. They don't come up, obviously. Very few people have been down there, but somebody did write a book about it called Lost Horizon. In the book, the city's name was Shangri-La, and he put it on a mountain, but I think it's really underground somewhere. Do you know?
What's a
I could get with that. Let me see. Well, let me look it up. So it sounds like a good read, doesn't it? My bad, y'all. Hold on. Let me look this up. Sounds like a good read. Lost Horizon. Lost Horizon. Okay, let me just type that shit out. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. I'm not even gonna edit that out. I know y'all love me, man. Y'all love me, so y'all don't got a problem, man. It sounds like a good read, so I'm just gonna look it up and try to find it.
Conspiracy theory that... What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
I have been waiting for this one. I have. This is my own conspiracy theory, so I hope it messes you up like it messes me up every single day of my life. Okay, so we know that ghosts are energy, right? You know what else is energy? Humans, right? So we're technically bags of meat with electricity running through our veins. Now let's step away from that for a second. According to Einstein and the first law of thermodynamics, energy can't be created or destroyed, only dispersed. So as an electric meat bag, when you die, your energy has to be dispersed because it can't be destroyed. So my theory is that when you die, your energy goes back into the world, which energy is constant. And as it's in the world waiting for somewhere to be dispersed or a new host, a baby, as you're in the universe just waiting for a host, you are a ghost. Tell me I'm wrong. What do you think?
Is that what wasn't that a thing? That's been a thing for millions of years. Okay. What about the theory? I think it was in my last video where the theory that when you die and you see the light, that's you coming back as a baby and you're opening your eyes in the bright hospital. That's crazy. And you're crying because your past life is fading away. That's wild. Think about that.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
Every year, 1 million kids go missing, and like nobody knows why, where they are, or what happened to them. But one thing, just one thing, always correlates, bro. Look. In 2019, 2.3 billion chicken sandwiches were sold. That's 3.3% higher than 2018. And then in 2020, 6.4 billion were sold. Now look at this. Now look how the missing kids numbers go up. Look, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Now, what do you think happened to these kids? Like, the more people that go missing, the more chicken sandwiches that come out. I'm noticing that.
What's a conspiracy theory that
So now we think the kids are chicken sandwiches? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know. That sounds like kind of a reach. Like what do y'all think? Y'all think the missing kids are becoming chicken sandwiches? That would be wild, bro. That would be wild.
So my friend has this ridiculous IKEA conspiracy theory, and you know what? I'm just gonna have her tell you.
Listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you. They have these bears called the Dunkelskog bears, very soft and velvety. I've noticed that whenever the bears are in stock, there's never chocolate cake. And when there's chocolate cake, the bears are out of stock. They are making these chocolate cakes out of these Dunkelskog bears.
Y'all trying to be funny?
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind? What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
Oh, okay, that's
movie fan theories that'll blow your mind. Now this is a crazy one involving Disney and some of its properties. So essentially Tarzan is the true prince to Frozen's Arendelle. What? Don't believe me? Let's take a trip. Okay, Frozen came out in 2013 featuring Flynn and Rapunzel, as you can see here at Elsa's coronation. And Tangled was released in 2010, 3 years before Frozen, and that was when Elsa and Anna's parents go on a 2-week trip and shipwreck. They were going to Rapunzel's wedding, but instead shipwrecked, which is actually the ship that Ariel finds all of the thingamabobs. Frozen writer Jennifer Lee actually confirmed the wedding in a Reddit post, but also mentioned they shipwrecked on an island, had a baby boy, and then were eaten by a leopard. Why does that sound so familiar? Well, it's literally the story of Tarzan. So Tarzan is the rightful heir to Arendelle and Anna and Elsa's brother.
That's wild.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely...
Open up your internet and go to Google. Type in event 201, click the first link, and keep this in mind.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely...
Let's try it, yo.
Open up your internet and go to Google. Type in event event 201. Click the first link
Keep this
and
in
keep
mind.
this in mind.
COVID-19 event 201. Let's find it, man. Event 201. Let's check it out, y'all. The first one. John Hopkins exercise. Event 2 was 1.5 pandemic. Tabletop exercise, simulated series of dramatic scenario-based facilitate discussions. Also pre-recorded scenario details. Okay, so this was this was an event to study outbreaks, to study potential outbreaks which took place right before the pandemic. Wow. Wow, so they predicted it. They predicted that it was going to happen. Okay, that's crazy, December 31st, and this was October 18th. That's crazy, yo. That, like, what kind of coincidence is that? Like, you guys hold a summit about epidemics, and then an epidemic happens less than 2 months later. That's wild.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
The pandemic is here so that the government can change the batteries in the birds.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
The pandemic is here so that the government can change the batteries in the birds.
Y'all, do you guys believe in that? That birds are spying on us. They have, like, a lot of the birds out there are electronic. They're like drones spying on us. They're man-made birds. And they made that pandemic so they could change all the batteries. That'd be wild. I don't think they would need a pandemic for that. They probably have a facility that could fly them out of.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go.
The conspiracy behind Wayfair. So I remember when this first was going on, a lot of people were all up in the air about it. Some people believed it, some people didn't believe it, and I happen to be one of those people that really didn't believe it. I thought there was no way that this huge corporation would use their website and certain items and certain coupon codes to possibly sex traffic kids.
This one.
So I really never thought too much into it until one day something happened that actually changed my mind. So this happened about a year ago. So I work for a pretty well-known bank, and I remember we would always have this older lady come in, and anytime she came in, she would always do a cash deposit and immediately do a wire transfer. So one day I got a chance to help her, and I remember she did the cash deposit, which was like $13,000, all in cash, and immediately wanted to do a wire transfer. So when I started to help her, I remember the account number was written down on like a small piece of paper and the amount. So she was sending about 12,900 and like whatever cents to this account number. So I got to the part where I needed to type in who it was going to, and she told me it was going to Wayfair. And at first I really didn't think too much into it because she did have a business account, and I figured, well, maybe she's buying new furniture for her office or whatever. So after we were done, I started to go through her previous wire transactions just to see where all these other wires were going that she did prior. And they were all going to Wayfair. There was like 6 or 7 different wires that she was doing in the past like
Why is that your business, my boy?
60 days. And that's when I changed my mind. I knew that there was no way that this person that is always doing cash deposits and immediately doing a wire transfer afterwards to Wayfair, sending them thousands of dollars in 2 months, was buying furniture. There was no way. And I remember shortly after I reported the account, just for like secondary review or whatever. And next thing I know, she never comes in again. I never see her again, ever.
What's a conspiracy theory that you...
My bad, guys. If you ever see me looking up to the side, that's because my OBS is on this screen and the actual video is on that screen. So sometimes I'll read the comments for the TikTok video because I'm on TikTok. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna assume someone's into human trafficking because they're buying like a lot of furniture over there. She could be rich. She could own a furniture business. Like, I'm not just gonna assume that she's human trafficking. I mean, like, I do believe like that whole Wayfair story with the girl missing and they're selling the furniture that has her name. Like, that's weird. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's not real. I'm just saying we can't just assume that because this lady's buying furniture that she's a part of it. You know what I mean? It is good. You know what I mean? My opinion.
Advancements in quantum mechanical theories and new technologies that allow us to better perceive our universe and understand the answers to questions we never believed possible to answer seem to be developing every single day, as research scientists work to provide us with new insights and revelations to our universe that break the boundaries of what we ever thought was possible. These findings will often spawn new theories and enlightenments that will cause even the most stoic of people the need to sit back and collect their thoughts in order to come to terms with theories that are so mind-blowing they are often groundbreaking in their own right. So today, we will be visiting 5 theories about our very own universe that will absolutely blow your mind. We exist inside a black hole. The Big Bang has been a scientific discovery that has led countless physicists and research scientists scratching their heads since its first appearance. When scientists pointed their sensitive measuring devices towards the sky and picked up on the large quantities of background radiation of the universe that helped to paint an enlightening picture as to the original moments in time that our universe began, more questions began popping into their heads.
Sorry, guys, but I'm of the belief that we would have to leave the firmament to find that out. I don't think we've left.
Heads
crazy.
Could be answered.
Maybe
the
I'm
most
crazy.
significant question seemed to be the most recursive. If the Big Bang created the universe, then what created the Big Bang? This was a question that would go unanswered for many decades, and many others attempting to abandon the thought altogether. How can we see what happened before anything ever even happened? This thought would soon change after mathematicians would make a strange comparison between the Big Bang and an unlikely solution.
Yeah, guys, that was the video, guys. I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter now because I know when I watch my analytics, I see that people probably, you know, not everyone has the patience to sit down for a 20 to 30 minute long video that I usually do. So I'm gonna try to keep them a little bit shorter. Right now, it's still 20 minutes. But yeah, guys, this is your boy Clutch Peso. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for all the love. I love you all. Jersey.
Tried to check me, it's a warning.